Mrs. C-Class official here. Today we're going to be going over a 2017 BMW M4, and I want to give an introduction to...
It's your boy BBF Rum, 1/6 of the BBF family, you know, just here kicking it with my boy Mr. C-Class.
Okay, awesome. So I know you said BBF family. Go into like what that means, what does that stand for?
Where I start? Honestly, it's just a group of guys that love cars. Not necessarily any brand in particular, but we just have a common love for automotive, you know what I'm saying? So we're just trying our best to bring the minds together and do some cool stuff, pretty much.
All right. So with that being said, you hear it here first. BBF, Rum, he's here, BMW M4. Let's go into it. What we got? What's the mods looking like?
Well, first and foremost, I went crazy on the cosmetics. Honestly, wrapped in a frozen matte cranberry. I first seen this color on an E90 M3. This guy by the name of Spencer Burke. I'm probably butchering that last name, but honestly, it was a phenomenal color. I knew I had to have it. I honestly didn't even have this car at the time. I had an E92 335 that you probably remember, and that was the original plan for that color. But then by the grace of God, you know, we were able to land the F82 M4 and everything came together. So that's a little bit about the color. We ended up powder coating the wheels gloss black, did some things to the caliper, we painted it, what is it, racing yellow. Just a few things. We haven't done much, I guess, power making mods just yet, because we wanted to make the car look the way we wanted it first. And then in the future, the very near future, we're gonna up it something crazy, bro. Okay, all right. So I got 3 questions for you, ready? Cool.
What's one thing you hate about this car?
So one thing about the competitions, they come with the competition wheels. Like the competition wheels, those that don't know, 20-inch rims all around. We live in New York, so obviously that's not the best situation, especially with the
Wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, especially with the potholes and whatnot. So like, that's probably like the biggest flaw. I'm changing tires every other month just to make sure, you know, we were at the right ride height, that sort of deal. But that's probably like the most inconvenience. Outside of that, gas mileage is gas mileage. You know, you can't do much about it, but okay. I can't complain too much about the car, honestly.
Okay, and what's one thing you love about this car?
Yo, it's an M car, you know what I'm saying? So like everything you've ever heard a person talk about their M vehicles and this, that, and the third, like it's all of that. Like whenever I turn this car on, it's an experience. I feel like we're driving each other, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? So it's about the feel.
For most of you that don't know, I had an Austin Yellow F80, 2015, manual transmission. And when I tell you how fun it was to just be in control of the gearbox and speed and all that stuff, there's still nothing like a DCT, right? You have your paddle shifters and things like that. When it comes to launch control, there's nothing like it, even with the manual transmission. Obviously, I gave up my F80, but still having BBF here, he can, you know, show me his M4 and things like that. I feel like we have a lot of things in common, and we're both car enthusiasts. So with that being said, that last question is, for somebody that really wants an F80, an F30, anything, a B9, Audi, anything, what would you recommend? What would you say as far as like a motivational, like just anybody that's just trying to get into the car game?
Yo, it's like you gotta lock in. Honestly, like if it's something that you truly, truly want, you gotta put in that effort, put in that day-to-day sweat, blood, sweat, and tears, they like to call it, and literally put yourself in position to get the things that you deserve, you know what I mean? So like, is it attainable for anyone? I know it might sound like whatever the generic answer, yeah, if you put your mind to, you can get it, but it's true. Like just put in the hard work, the effort, and you'll get the results you're looking for.
All right, we're gonna do probably some clips going around, going over some things. I kind of want to get a better angle at this beauty.
Shout out to Mashimiro. That's the boy. Get a lot of my parts from there.
You heard it here first.
Horizon Motorsports as well. And of course, shout out Bimmer Boy Federation. You know, that's the fam.
BBF.
As you know, the M4s come with the carbon fiber roof, if we got the right package. We got our...
That was no shade.
We got our carbon fiber diffuser, of course. I'm sorry, trunk spoiler. Then a brake light carbon fiber diffuser. And that's really pretty much it for the most part. We got our GTS taillights. Gotta love it. And yeah.
That's it, boom. So you heard it here first. BBF Rum coming to you with another video. Now let's do some inside clips. 0 to 60s, donuts, maybe?
We'll see what it does.
See, huh? inside, safeties first. Now we're gonna go on a drive, see if the M4 is as nice on the outside as it is on the inside.
It's alright, man. Trust me, it's a step in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can be honest. When I got this is my first M car. Obviously, it's just a difference between like 35s, you know, your 30s. It's just you feel like you're part of the machine. I know I said that a lot. But, yeah.
See, I know I like about the competition is the purples. Stop purples. Just so you know, we have traction control off. What are we, M2 right now?
Yeah. So it means everything's off. What is it? The most tightest suspension that we could have, tightest steering we could have, and obviously the most power. Okay. So what do you think?
Nah,
It's crazy.
this is it. This is it.
And trust me, it took a lot to get used to. You know, you're coming from 300 horsepower, you're jumping straight to what is it, like 450. So like, and that's no tune. That's just straight from the dealer. So
I think like the my F80 425 has competition.
yeah. If I'm not mistaken, 444 is what they say, but it feels like a lot more than 444. I'll tell you that much. Right. Okay. Should this thing still go?
Alright, we're not getting on the highway yet. 2 seconds.
However long this red light is, that's where we at. But it's nice. Like, trust me, those G80s are different, bro. Like, I feel like in about a year or two, if everything works out as it should.
Again?
That
What
or
color?
like
Moment of truth. What color?
So I've had red, but red is like my least favorite color, honestly. Why not? But I'm definitely leaning towards like some form of blue, like maybe like a frozen blue or like
You like
something.
that green? It's like a
Yeah.
G80 green. I don't know
Yeah.
what it's called. But that shit is nice.
It's nice, but like it's a lot. You know what I
It
mean?
is-
It's like
it is loud.
it's loud. You know what I mean? Like I don't have anything against it. It's just it's not necessarily, you know.
Your take.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair.
It's not bad though.
So, I'm planning on getting something new. It's a secret. I'm stepping out of the F80, like I said before. And I'm stepping into a different platform. So, I've had what? 9, 10
Honestly,
BMWs?
I have no idea.
From
Like,
320s to 328s to M3s.
you
Like,
name it.
I'm done with the BMW right now. I'm switching platforms. With that being said, I'll let you guys take the guess. Fuck all that. Let's see what this got. Straight into New York traffic.
not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You know what I mean?
New York traffic.
I love it.
I'm
telling you, like these 20s, bro. Like you feel everything, like every single thing. But yeah, it's wild. What do we pay taxes for? Crazy.
I think I've had a fair judgment on what this can do.
Okay. Would you, if you had to rate it, your honest assessment, just on like power alone and like potential, like what would you say, like for somebody who, you know, is thinking about that S55, like would you recommend, or like who's better out there? You know, you got that B58 running around here going crazy. So
I would say, because there's a B58, it depends what you want. Like, no one can tell you shit when you have an M.
exactly.
You could be the stock M forever. Nobody can tell you shit.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, you have a 340, 335, you know, even an M2 that has the 335 engine, which I don't know fuck. But regardless of what, nobody can tell you shit if you have that. I feel like if you have a 340, like, you gotta be different.